welcome back to my channel. If you clicked on this video, you know what we're getting into. Meal prep tips and tricks, Lauren Simpson fitness style. Hi, I'm Courtney, and I've done 6 Lauren Simpson fitness challenges. I might know a thing or two. If you're new to Lauren Simpson challenges, if you're new to meal prepping, I'm gonna make this as short, simple, and sweet, to the point. If you do put in time, work, effort, and a positive attitude into these challenges, you will see results. Trust the process, babe. And if you're an oldie and a baddie and you've been here a while, maybe you'll find a couple tips and tricks to help your weekly meal prepping. Let's just get right into it. You're gonna go to your new app. Yippee, good girl. You're gonna go to your new app, go to your meals. I want you to keep in mind, this is what works for me. Might not work for everybody, but I meal prep today 14 meals, my lunch and dinners, in 30 minutes. No cap. Personally, by trial and error, I figured out my very first challenge. I went through and I meal prepped breakfast, snacks, lunch, dinner. I meal prepped everything for 7 days. And I found out the hard way that it does not last that way. I've also found out freezing my meals make them not taste as good, and by the end of the week I was not having it. So when I'm going to tell you what I do, might not work for you, but it works for me. My meals last 7 days in the refrigerator, just like leftovers would if you reheated up leftovers. I tend to spend between $50 and $64. You don't need to be spending any more. Of course, the first week we will be spending I spent today $83, but that was because they needed essentials such as like oil or a couple spices that I know I'm going to need throughout my journey or throughout the 8 weeks. And I typically buy my weekly meals or I make my weekly meals in bulk. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're picking your meals. What I like to do is I pick my lunches and my dinners are all the same. And on the app, it allows you to do that. Just scroll, you'll find it, it's there. So in the morning I wake up, I make myself my breakfast. I like smoothie bowls with granola. I like smoothies, like something quick and easy like that. I like that. For lunches or for snacks, I tend to, I don't walk around with a blender. Like, I don't have a blender at work. I don't have an oven at work. So I tend to make sure that my snack is something I can make here before I go to work, such as a turkey sandwich, an apple, almonds, eggs. So I pack that for the day as well as my lunch. Then I come home and then I have my dinner. And like I said, we are going to be in this video shopping lunch and dinner and making bulk lunch and dinner to last you 7 days. Okay? So when you choose your meals on your app, lunch and dinner is going to be the same. You're going to write it down, print it out, send it to your email, whatever works best for you. My printer broke, so I couldn't, it's not broken. It needs ink. Doesn't make it broken. So I wrote it down. So for example, I needed turkey. The app tells you 12 ounces. Use Google. It's free. In America or United States, I guess it's the same thing, but it's easier to shop for pounds. You're buying in bulk. So I needed 12 ounces of turkey breast. I always go for light, and I got 1 pound. I needed lean ground beef, and it was 28 ounces. I got 2 pounds. I needed shrimps, and so I buy in bulk. I'm going to show you a couple tips and tricks. My fruit, I tend to buy bulk in fruit and freeze fruit because I'm making smoothies with them. They're gonna be frozen and they last if they're in the freezer. I have a video of that. We're gonna watch a couple clips. I'm gonna take you along on my grocery shopping haul, and then I'm gonna show you how to meal prep it in bulk, and then you're gonna, in your containers, you're gonna separate, you're gonna weigh out per portion. And on the app, she does include what you should have per portion. So if you didn't know this, each day when you cook a meal, it does say what you're supposed to weigh out for each meal to make it that certain macro. So I use a lot of math, aka Google or calculator, to figure out how to make stuff in bulk because the recipes are only in individual days. But let's go, let's check it out, babes. That was cheesy. Before I go to the store, I get my containers out, my scale out, and I check my app one more time before I go to the store and to see if I missed anything on my list. Here's my basket full of goodies, and I got strawberries, raspberries, yogurt, granola, whole wheat, pasta, apples, green beans, ground beef, shrimp, bread, 1 bars, yummy stuff. Spent $83.22. Now for freezing bananas. Peel your banana first. These guys are horrible to unpeel if frozen. Also, you don't want to beat up your blender too hard, so cut it up because these things get hard as rocks. Same with strawberries. I pre-slice and cut the tops off my strawberries. I learned the hard way that these suckers are extremely hard to get off frozen. Next, I'm going to put my meat in my pan and season it with olive oil, garlic powder, and Cajun seasoning. And then right next to it, I'm going to do the same for my prawn shrimps. I like to season my fish with Old Bay, and in the back are my green beans steaming. Oops, camera angle. Sorry about that. Then once you drain your pasta, you're going to mix in your pesto sauce and your seasonings. Remember, this is in bulk, so the next step, we are going to weigh out per portion. So for my pasta meal, I need 1 cup of pasta. Boom. There she goes. Next step is going to weigh out, yes, thumbs up. Next step is going to be weighing out your prawns. I need 4 ounces of prawns. If you put the container on your scale and then turn it on, it will only weigh the contents of your container. I'm OCD and have to have it exact. Boom, got it. Next step, I'm gonna weigh out my ground beef. And I need 4 ounces of that too. Pretty precise. There she goes. Right on the dot. Okay, a little too close there, but that's okay. Then I'm gonna weigh out 4 ounces of green beans. Delicious, yummy green beans. Oh, I had a runaway. That's got to get in there. And voila. Beautiful, done, proportion, and ready to go in the fridge. Well, I hope that video was informative. If you'd like to give me a like for the content, appreciate it. If you want to subscribe, that'd be even cooler. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Have a great rest of your day, y'all.